Now, investigators are studying the cockpit voice recorder from the Air India plane which crashed in the Indian city of Ahmedabad last week.
President Trump has been criticised for saying diversity and inclusion policies may have been a cause of the fatal air crash in Washington, D.C.
Most people think a black box is just a mysterious recording device that somehow survives plane crashes. That's dead wrong. In the next minutes, I'll show you exactly how these orange lifesavers work, what they're really recording about every flight, and how they're already revealing crucial details about the latest Air India incident. But here's what many people don't realize about the black box. There are actually two black boxes on every plane, and one of them records something that might shock you. Miss this and you'll never understand how investigators can reconstruct an entire disaster from just two small devices. I've analysed the data from over 50 major aviation investigations, and what I discovered about black box technology will change how you think about flight safety forever. But first, you need to understand why they're not actually black. Here's your first aha moment: black boxes are bright orange. Why? Because when Flight 587 crashed into Queens in 2001, killing 265 people, investigators needed to find these devices in the wreckage fast. The orange colour isn't random, it's psychological warfare against disaster. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Every commercial aircraft has two separate recording systems, and understanding the difference could save your life. Box number 1, Cockpit voice recorder. This isn't just recording pilot conversations, it's capturing everything. Engine sounds, alarms, even the sound of switches being flipped. When Germanwings Flight 9525 crashed into the French Alps, investigators knew exactly what happened because they could hear the captain banging on the cockpit door screaming, "For God's sake, open the door." Think about that for a second. Every word you'd say in a crisis, every sound of panic or confusion, it's all being recorded. But that's nothing compared to what the second box captures. Box number 2, the flight data recorder. This device is recording 88 different parameters about your flight right now. Your altitude, speed, engine temperature, even how hard the pilot is pressing the rudder pedals. It stores 25 hours of data, constantly overwriting itself. Remember Flight 587? The voice recorder told investigators about wake turbulence, but it was the data recorder that revealed the real killer. The co-pilot's aggressive rudder movements created so much pressure that the entire tail section ripped off the plane.
Power, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. More power, please.
But here's what's truly mind-blowing: how these devices survive impacts that destroy everything else around them. The secret isn't in the orange box you see, it's in what's inside. Picture this: a small stack of memory boards wrapped in high-temperature insulation encased in hardened titanium and steel. This crash-survivable memory unit can withstand 3,400 Gs of force. That's like being hit by a freight train. 1,100 degrees Celsius fires for an entire hour. They literally shoot these things out of cannons, burn them with blowtorches, and crush them with hydraulic presses. Why? Because when Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 disappeared, the black boxes went down with it. And without that data, 239 people's families still don't have answers. This is why every time you fly, there's an underwater locator beacon attached to every black box. If your plane goes down in water, it sends out ultrasonic pings every second for 30 days, desperately calling for help from 14,000 feet below the surface. So, here's what you now know that 99% of passengers don't. Those two orange boxes in the tail of your plane are constantly recording a complete digital autopsy of your flight. They're built to survive disasters that would vaporize everything else, and they're the reasons flying keeps getting safer every year. You're no longer just a passenger, you're someone who understands the invisible safety net protecting every flight. Next time you board a plane, remember there are 2 orange heroes in the tail section, silently recording everything, ready to tell the story if something goes wrong. Drop a comment below. Did you know black boxes were orange? And if you want to understand more about aviation safety technology, hit that subscribe button because I'm breaking down the systems that keep you safe at 35,000 feet.